Yeah, and I've always, just looked at it in Dossier. Usually there's a report there, and it's generally a lot faster since the data's already over there.
Yeah, 'cause, that's my experience with Dossier too. I mean, that's the thing to me that just is mind-boggling how fast it is compared to native, SSRS, and getting the data that you want.
Exactly, and you name the report, you can see it, whether it's endpoints or conversations between internal and external people, or a heat map to show you busy times of the day, or all kinds of call quality statistics or anything like that. I know we're working on a management report that pulls data from Event Zero for customer portals, and basically shows you all the top 5 reports that a manager might see, and Dossier does it all. I mean, not only is there a report probably there for what you're looking for, but if there isn't, they create a report for you really quick upon request. So
yeah, that's one of the things I was talking to them too about those what do you call them, bullet lists. There's so many reports in those bullet lists that you really got to look in there to see how much stuff is in there. And I was kind of thinking with Tom, like, maybe you should bubble those up better, because I don't think a lot of people that even when just kind of I've given my own demos, you don't realize how many canned reports are like in there that you can pick from, and there's some really crazy powerful stuff in there.
Yeah, my favorite one is the dashboard for Lync Essentials, because it breaks it down so much for good information for managers. Like, here's how many calls you've had in your environment, and here's the overall quality information for those, kind of like on a heat map. So you've had 3,000 calls in the last 30 days. The average quality was 98%, but it breaks it down into, how much was 97% or 95% or whatever the case may be. So you can always go there and find some excellent information. Of course, John, you and I have been using Dossier for quite some time now. I think since at least Lync Conference of last year, when we first met Dave Tucker from Event Zero, and it's
well, I even helped deploy it into I helped deploy it in some pretty large environments, too, as a for my customer, and it's wicked cool stuff. I mean, we talked about it before, and obviously, and he's a sponsor. Thank you so much. But it's really cool when you really are behind it. A tool, like it's like sort of like, hey, I'll talk about it for free,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
that cool.
Yeah, one thing that that comes up in most environments involving enterprise voice and Lync phone editions is, how much are these devices getting used? And you can look in Dossier and see, all right, you've had 3,000 calls, but only 3% of them are using LPE devices. Everybody else is using, headsets or the speakers and mic right on their laptop or whatever the case may be. So, you name it, you can generally find out. You can find out your top users, how much, how many conferences they've been in, and how much time, and things like that. So it really breaks down pretty much any kind of data that you can get out of the database. It shows up there. So, and we're not saying that just because they're a sponsor now. John and I have wanted to kind of talk about it for quite some time. So, very good information. It's all web driven. You install some agents on your servers that sends the data out, and it all gets aggregated by Event Zero's servers, and you log in, see your reports. You can run scheduled reports, ad hoc reports, whatever you want. So definitely check them out.
Yeah, good stuff.
And next up, we have an update for the Windows Phone app for Lync. This came out a little while back. Basically, just some UI improvements and a few